Welcome everybody. I'm going to teach you how to gear up specifically for PvP. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the fleet here. It's the primary place where you do any sort of gearing up. In the last video I showed you how to gear up just mainly for PvE type leveling. PvP is somewhat the same way. I'm going to teach you how to level up for PvP when starting out. Starting up at level 1 and up to level 60. I believe it's easier to start a PvP character when you first started at when you make a brand new character specifically for PvP. It makes getting all your PvP gear so much easier. So what you want to do is, the main places you're going to be going to is the crew skills. As soon as you finish the first planet and you get onto the fleet, you're going to want to go to the crew skills, and you want to go to, let's see if I can find it here. It's one of the secondary ones. It's called diplomacy right here. And diplomacy, what that helps is, diplomacy gives you dark side or light side on your scale. So what you want to do is either pick one, light side or dark side, and only do those missions. So that way you can at least get dark 3, I believe it is, or dark 2. I'll find out for you real quick. What the dark is for the relics, because to get 2018 expertise, you're going to need every slot in your character filled. You're going to need all your gear, your weapons. You're going to need relics. That's what you need the dark side or light side points for. You're going to need implants and an e-praise. You need everything filled up to get 2018 expertise using the bolster. So what you do is, this is the dark side, light side's all on the other side. And you go to this guy right here. And just scroll down to the first relic. So this is dark 3, dark 4, dark 2. So the first thing you want to do is get dark 2. Now this one has 11 endurance. Don't worry about the endurance. The expertise is what really matters the most. The sooner you get 2018 expertise, the more you can do very well in the Warzones, because not many people will have 2018 expertise. And if you have a group of friends that all have 2018 expertise and you go in together in a PvP match, you're going to really do well. Alright, so once you get the relics, go ahead and put them in here. Then for your gear, what you're going to want to do is get everything, get your gear. The same way you level up for PvE, you go to each vendor, 25, 29, every single vendor at every level when you level up, and make sure you're geared up. Make sure you have the right mods for your level. You just want to keep up with that, because say you have level 12 mods or level 17 mods here, and you're level 45, you're not going to get the most. Even though you have 2018 expertise, you're not going to get the most out of that. You still need to be geared up. If you get past 162, your bolster is going to decrease. So really, you should only stay at 162. Once you get to rating 162 on all your items, keep it that way. And you're going to have, and right now my max is 1850 expertise. The reason why is I need to get my main hand and offhand at a lower rating than 162, because even though 162 is good for bolster, too much 162 isn't going to give you the 2018 expertise. It's actually going to reduce it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my lightsabers to 148 gear. And I'll show you really quick. Let me just go ahead and buy the 148 lightsabers. let's see, I'm on the bottom left, right? So while they're there, while we're on our way there, implants, earpieces, easy to buy on the GTN. There are these. I actually get this on the level 55 vendor. The level 55 vendor has all the 162 gear, and it uses basic comp, so you don't need any set pieces or anything for that. Now, so what you want to do is gear up every single time you level up. Not every time you level up. Like at level 17, when you get to level 17, come to the fleet, gear up. Then when you come to when you upgrade to level 21, come to the fleet, gear up. That's basic. It's rinse and repeat. It's as simple as that. So what happens is, the reason I like starting at the very beginning is because of Valar. Now the Valar can only go up as high as your level. So say you're level 39, the Valar is going to stop at level 39. You're not going to be able to go anywhere past level 39. And the reason I like to start at the beginning is because most of the ranked gear that you have to get for actual PvP armor requires Valar 40 or 50 above. And if you start PvP at a high level, level 55, level 60, it's going to take a while to get your Valor up. So that way I like to start at the beginning, so that way you're not really worried about your Valor. If you're PvPing constantly, there's no need to worry about Valor at that point. So let's see, we're gonna come, I believe it's over here, 41. That is rating 100, no, way too low. 49 is at 116. Oh boy, I can't remember where 148, what level 148 was. Here's 55. That's 172. That's way too high. 53. Here we go. So for my lightsabers, I know I need. Whoops. I need 2 mods, 2 hilts, and 2 enhancements. Alright, so where's the hilts? Is it white? Yeah. 2 white hilts, 2 white it's funny. As I didn't mention this in my other video, the GearNet video, but as you gain levels, the mods and enhancements tend to change. They don't tend to stay at your primary stat in endurance. They actually change a bit more. Sometimes they add a bit extra. Like this one has aim, endurance, and power. If you're DPS, you're gonna want to focus on anything that's not absorption or defense. That's mainly for a tank, so they can take as much damage as they can. Excuse me for that. So, as a marauder here, I need strength, endurance, and I like to use. I'm trying to get my accuracy. You want your accuracy at 100%. That's your main focus. Once you get accuracy at 100%, then you can work on critical crits and power and all that. Each person has their own build with critical and power and all that. So it's up to you what you want to do. But I recommend getting 100% accuracy, because it really pays off to get 100% accuracy on that. So the mods I don't think have accuracy on them. Nope. Sorry, it's been a while since I've leveled up, so I'm just going to get 2 of these 2 potent mods to give me some critical rating. And I need enhancements. Now the enhancements are the one that has accuracy. And also again, I did not mention this in my previous video, enhancements don't have your primary stat. They're going to have your secondary stat, endurance, and then 2 of what your priority stats are going to be. So right here, this first one is acute enhancement. Is perfect for what I need. It gives me accuracy and it gives me critical rating. So I'm just gonna get 2 of those, and that gives me enough for the lightsaber. That there. Apply that. Go on to the next one. What I'm going to do actually really quick, I'm not going to put these in here, but I'm just going to show you the difference of the 162 and the 148. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the Zoist Shadow. The Zoist Shadow is, for those that don't know, it's just another ship on the Imperial fleet, and it's where the ops are. But it can also be used. There's a bolster machine there, which when you click it and you look at your character stats, it's going to show you how much expertise you'd get in a Warzone. This character that I have here is I'm building it for PvP, but not PvP for Warzones. I'm actually building it for PvP for events such as the I think it's White Nova Shuttle. Yeah, I think it's a White Nova Shuttle that you go to. Anyways, yeah, I'm building it for events and just open world PvP, such as the Gree event. That's a major PvP event that goes on. It's not entirely PvP. You have the PvE components of it, but it's a lot. There's some PvP fun in there as well, so I'm just putting it for that. So, when it comes to PvP, especially at level 60, having higher gear does not necessarily mean you're gonna do well. Because of bolster. Bolster will affect you if you're not using gear that has expertise on it. Let's see. Click all these if I can find it. If I can remember where it is. Should be. Is that it? Nope. Sometimes it takes a while to figure out exactly where the machine is. I'm gonna go to the elevator. Oh, actually I'm on the wrong ship. I always get confused. I haven't been to the bolster machine in a while, so it is on the ZL Shadow deck. Let's see what else there is on PvP. Alright, the gear in the rating. At level 60, if you have PvE gear like 190, 198, 192, any sort of that, yes, you're gonna have a lot of health. No, you're not gonna do well. You're not gonna do well at all. You're going to die like a bug. Someone is going to step on you accidentally or on purpose, and you're going to die instantly. Because that expertise is what helps against players. So having that expertise really helps a lot. You're not going to be squishy. You're actually going to be able to stand your own ground. Even though you have low health, everybody else that has 18 expertise, that's not using the expertise gear, there's a little bracket there. Anyone who's not using 2018 expertise is going to have about 40,000 health. It's just that bracket there. It's a bit laggy. Sorry for the lag. I'm not sure why it's lagging pretty much. I'm just gonna wait a bit for it to calm down. And I believe it is on the bridge deck, so we're just gonna go to the bridge deck here. Now for expertise gear. You get expertise gear by using ranged combinations on the combat training area. You go to, I won't show it here, but you go to your combat training area, and go to your designated class, and each of the vendors there have ranked gear. There's the very first one is unranked gear, level 55, I believe it is. Not entirely sure. And then it goes up to ranked gear, and then it goes up to ranked set gear. So here's the bolster machine. Alrighty, so if you look at my little expertise, it's at 0 at the moment. Click the expertise, and I'm at 1954. Remember I told you before I was at 1850? That's because I downgraded the one lightsaber, so I'm going to pull this up again. I'm going to change the mods in this lightsaber from 162 down to 148. Apply. And now I'm at 2018. So at at 55, you'd say, because this is all 55 gear, you're gonna want everything rating 162, and then your main hand and offhand, you want rating 148. Now the crystals don't matter. Crystals, I believe the highest is at 136. Sure, you're finding that, but everything else is 148, and you get your 2018 expertise. It's pretty simple. Then when you get to level 60, and when you come up here to your currency, when you start at level 1 and then get to level 60, if you do not spend your Warzone combinations, unlike me, I spent mine some, you're gonna have a huge amount of Warzone combinations, and those Warzone combinations are what you can use to buy your ranked gear, which contain the expertise in them. Now, and then once you get, and that's pretty much it. I'll just do a quick travel to the Imperial fleet, so I can just show you where exactly you start buying expertise armor and gear. So you're gonna want to do is you want to go to the combat training area up here. By the way, although this new armor, this is a cool armor set, really digging it. It's only 1,440 cartel coins. So this is the area. So Sith warriors over here, sorcerers here, bounty hunters, and agents. So as a warrior, you'd go over here. The first one, you have PvP Warzone gear. That's unranked. You click it. As you can see, these cost, they're simple. There's only about 300, 400 a pop. It's easy. I mean, you can easily get these. But you can't get them to level 60, so that's why you want to start at the very beginning. Start level 1, and then just work on PvP. Get those combinations up as much as you can. Now see, they start at 168. It's okay, it's 168 because you're getting expertise. Once you get expertise, make sure you're fully equipped with gear on expertise. You can't just have a helmet that has expertise and everything else has no expertise, because then the bolster is going to just chew you out. You're not gonna have the 2018 expertise anymore. So buy the gear, your expertise gear. Do not equip the expertise gear until you have a full set. You have all your armor, your main hand, your offhand, relics, your plants, and that's pretty much it. Just don't go doing it PvP unless you have everything filled in. So that's that one. And you go on to the next vendor. And then this is for ranked gear. Now you could automatic. Now the thing is, here's how this works. In order to get ranked gear, you have to buy the Warzone gear first. I'll show you why. If you look at the Exhumed Challenger's vest right here, it's called Exhumed Challenger's vest. Alrighty. Now if you go over here to this guy and you go get a vest, Dark Reaver's Challenger's vest, if you can see, it requires 1,781 Warzone comms and one of something else. If you look at the very top, by the top left hand corner, it costs 1781 Warzone comms and one Exhumed Challenger's vest. So you have to buy everything before that, before you can get these here. And then if you go to this guy, ranked enhancements, these are all basic enhancements, or because if you go to this one right here, these are all 174s. Enhancements are 174s. Then you go to this guy and you get 174 enhancements. Not exactly sure what these are. I'll find out later when I get more in depth with those myself. But other than that, that's how you gear up for PvP. It's pretty smooth, it's pretty easy. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or message me. Leave a like on this video if you like it.